Hi, my name is Shelley Gillette, and I am one of the co-presidents of the Guilford Garden Club. This will be going into my second year.
And I'm Catherine Walker, and I'm the other co-president of Guilford Garden Club, also entering our second year serving together.
Can you explain what the Blue Star Memorial Program is and who it honors?
The Blue Star Memorial Program was developed after World War II to honor past, present, and future servicemen in towns across America. It is a program that is sponsored by the Federated Garden Clubs of the nation, or actually National Garden Club, I think it is. Yeah. So it's been going on for a number of years, and it used to be highway markers only, and now they're doing them in parks as well as on highways. Yeah.
Right. It started after World War II as a way to honor servicemen and women, and has expanded to honor past military, present military, and also those who will serve in the future, men and women.
You gave it a little brief overview of the history. Is there a little bit more in-depth information, like was there an act of Congress?
Not an act of Congress, but the garden clubs, the national garden clubs, did work with congressmen and women, and were recognized as having started this program. And it was supported, not monetarily really, but it was supported by our legislature, federal government, by the federal government. Right. But it is really, truly sponsored by the garden clubs. So we had to apply through the state garden clubs, which is called the Federated Garden Clubs of Connecticut. And then we had to apply through the national garden clubs just to be able to establish this. We worked with our own local groups, Park and Rec, the Board of Selectmen, the Historic Commission in the town of Guilford, got permissions from those three groups to put the marker here in Rowood Park in Guilford. And then once we got those permissions, we had to go through the process of asking the Federated Garden Clubs and the National Garden Club.
Staying with the history theme a little bit, and looking through the information you emailed me, before the plaques was the Blue Star flag, which is a flag with a thick red square border, white field, and a blue star in the center that first appeared during the First World War. Is it considered a direct predecessor to the memorial program itself, plaque program itself?
Yes, and I also believe that those went into private homes where you hung those outside your own private home when you had a serviceman or woman that was actively serving. So
right. The Blue Star hanging in your window meant you had someone in service.
In difference to the Gold Star, which is after you've had someone that has been
died in
combat. Right.
And what inspired you to bring this Blue Star Memorial to Guilford?
I'll cry. Yeah. My husband is a Navy veteran, flew helicopters for 20 years. We have many friends who are military, and when this opportunity came up, it was something that was near and dear to my heart, and I said, that's something I can take on and do. So it really is to honor all of the servicemen that I know in my life, which has been a lot, and anybody else who would be willing to join. I'd love for you to do that. So it's just to honor to be able to do it.
Right. My dad served in World War II. My brother was in Navy in Vietnam. So.
And what was the process like for getting the plaque here?
So I started this process in January of 2024, starting with the First Selectman's Office, Park and Rec, all the different commissions that I had to go to, the Historical Commission. There was another one that you had to ask permission to make sure that you had this. So I did that first. And then I sent it to our Kristen Fiorini, who's the chairman for the Connecticut Federated Garden Club, to have her approval. And once she approved it, then we mailed it on to the national and got it approved.
Right.
When that was all done, which took about 4 months, I think,
More.
then we could order the monument, which took over 4 months to get it done. It was done.
Where is it?
Tennessee. Lookout Mountain, Tennessee
It's
is where it
made
came
in
from.
Tennessee.
Siwa company.
So the garden clubs contract with this one vendor, and that's where you have them made.
So then it finally arrived last November, and it got installed in November. Park and Rec, Public Works has been fantastic. They did all of the preparation for us, and they actually did all the installation for us here. It was great. And so that went in November. And then we decided we would hold off on this dedication ceremony, and we had that on April 4th of a couple months ago. So, yeah.
And then why was Rollwood Park chosen as the placement site?
So Rollwood Park has a special place in the Garden Club's memory and history. We have a deceased member who was adamant about getting this made into a park after this house was destroyed by fire, which was an old governor from
Governor's Mansion.
Governor's Mansion in Connecticut, and she got this started. So there's actually a bench across over there that's in her honor, Lilium Comstock. So we thought this was a great place to just continue the Garden Club mission of service to the community and making a beautiful place for people to come.
And lastly, would you be able to go over the dedication ceremony, like who attended, who spoke, and then what happened?
The dedication ceremony was held right here. We had a big tent. We had probably a couple hundred people who actually showed up. Gil Simmons was our main speaker from WTNH News.
Because of his history as a Marine.
Correct.
Service.
And my husband, the retired Navy officer, he was our master of ceremonies. We had the Federated Garden Club president of Connecticut, Karen Pistacchi, was one of our speakers. Rosa DeLauro was here, Congressman, and so we had a lot of different speakers. So we had
our own first selectman, Matt Hoey.
Matt Hoey was here, and Lou Federici was here. We had the honor guard from the American Legion, who presented the flags for us that day. And we had a group from the First Church, Congregational Church in Guilford, that sang the Star Spangled Banner. So it couldn't have been a more perfect day. It was a gorgeous weather. We were iffy about that in April, but it turned out okay. And I think everybody really enjoyed themselves, and we did it good. It was a good thing to do. So.
And our entire garden club pitched in. We had refreshments for everyone after the actual ceremony. We really were surprised and gladdened by the show of almost 200 people here for that, for the actual ceremony. So.
All right, and then any closing remarks you'd like to say?
Please come and
visit.
Please come and visit. Bring a soccer ball with your grandchildren and kick it out here in this beautiful meadow and come and enjoy the monument. And it will be here for a long, long time. So thank you.
Thank you very much.